All right, we're looking at a 2000 Honda Odyssey. It's got the P0401 EGR insufficient flow. Here in St. Louis, you have to get safety and emission testing, every year or two, depending on the year of the car, to get your plates. And this car has had this P0401 off and on for a couple years now. I did a video on it about a year ago where I cleared it out and showed you kind of how some different ways to clear these passages out. And I guess it worked for a while, and then it came back with a vengeance, recently. And he needs his plates renewed, and anyway, you can't get them renewed if you have a check engine light on in St. Louis. So this is where we're at with it. I actually took the upper plenum off the engine, and I soaked the EGR passage from the top. A lot of them, the upper plenum will get clogged up. This one's not; it's free. But what this one's doing is there's no flow going down to the EGR where it bolts on to your crossover, your coolant crossover. So this is where your EGR normally bolts to, and there was no flow in this port here. This is the port that connects to the lower intake and passes through there. That's completely clogged. I actually soaked it overnight. I tried carburetor cleaner first, that didn't work. And then I got some of this BG air intake and valve cleaner. Soaked it overnight, still didn't do anything. So I decided I'm going to have to just start tearing the engine down and see what I find, because he needs to get his car legal. So here's what I found on this. Some of it already fell out. This is the passage here that goes to the big hole on the EGR. This has got quite a bit of carbon right here, but you can see I'm just pulling it away. But this can be cleaned out, and this one's actually, I think this is not what's set in the code. We have this passage here, and this one comes down from the lower intake, goes through here, comes down and goes right here. And this one's clogged. I can't get a small wire through to here. So this passage right here is clogged on this part, and then I'll show you on the engine how bad it's clogged, coming down off of the lower intake and the head and all that area there. So I'll get you down in there and show you that. Alright, so here's the port. Comes from the lower intake right here, comes down, and it's supposed to, I hate these lights. This is supposed to be completely open right here, and you can see there, it's completely carboned up. There's nothing getting through there. There's no flow at all. And you can get something straight down to the upper part here, this port up here, and it just stops, because there's like a 90-degree turn here or whatever. And anyway, you can see right there, it's completely, just completely clogged up. So I'm going to get an angle drill in there and probably drill some of it out, and I'll pick it back up. But this is probably worst case scenario. This car has, let me go check. I think it's got over 200,000. Let me go check real quick. Alright, so this car has 225,000, and I think in later years, this is a 2000, in later years Honda kind of remedied this. There was redesigns or whatever, but these years I kind of played with it. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it out. I'll tell you what I did as I do it. I'm not really sure. I haven't had one this bad before where I couldn't clean it out without taking the crossover off. I'm not going to show how to do that. It's quite a bit of hoses and electrical connections and all kinds of stuff. And anyway, I wasn't planning on making a video, but I just wanted to show you how clogged up these can get. And worst case scenario, you are going to have to pull off your upper plenum, your throttle body, and then pull this off. It's the coolant crossover. Get a gasket set for it, and clean these out, and then put it back together. Hopefully you got flow. Of course, we're not going to put it back together until I verify that we have good flow. So I'm going to go ahead and get an angle drill and kind of start drilling some of that crap out of there, and then we'll see where we go from there. Alright, so I just took an angle grill like this and put a little drill bit on there, and this is what I got down to. Get you in there. Right there, you can see it's completely free. I can blow air through it. I can run car cleaner through it. It all flows down. It's actually car cleaner right here. That's what that is. So this is all free and flowing well. And the port, after you take your upper plenum off, here's the port that you're looking for. This first port right there. This one here. That's the port you're looking for. That's the one that goes down to the EGR, and that's the one, anyway, on this one, clogs up. Like I said before, there's the upper plenum clogs up sometimes. This one is not, it's clear. But that's what we had there on this one. So this really isn't much of an instruction video other than just to show you if you have an Odyssey with the 401 and you have tried everything to get the code to clear, you may have to take off your upper plenum, your throttle body, and your crossover pipe and get down to that port, because it's like a wicked angle. It's kind of hard. Like I've taken spider cable and stuff like that before and kind of cleaned it out when it's not that bad. But this one was clogged just too much, and there was just no way around it but to take the engine apart. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody that has a similar issue with their Honda. The P0401 is not always an EGR valve or something like that. A lot of times on these older generation Hondas, V6s, you can have a clog, and this is just one of the places that can clog. So anyway, we'll go ahead and end this out. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. As always, God bless.